Hello, everybody. I'm a little behind today. Sorry about that. Let me get it up on my computer so I can see if I'm here. Hopefully I am. So give me a minute. Oh, there I am. Now let me turn off my volume. Okay. All right. I'm there. Let me call it up on my iPad. I like to have two things going, one so I can see what I'm doing and one so I can see the comments. If you come in, say hello and tell me where you're watching from. I have quite a bit going on today. Okay, there I am. All right, got it. Okay. Whew. I took Ezzy out. Hey, Ann. She did not want to do anything but run and play. So I had to take and bring her in. She is now asleep in her crate. She will probably sleep there, wake up towards the end. So if she wakes up, I'll bring her on camera for you. I hope everybody is having a great weekend. We have chillier weather and I'm going to the store after this. I'm picking up stuff for soup and chili. I'm just in the mood for those foods. They're winter foods, fall and winter foods for me, so I don't usually eat them in the summer. So about this time of year, it's like, I don't want anything. So I'm going to go pick up some stuff and make some soup and chili this weekend. And then I freeze most of it. So I have it for when I want it. I take out one serving at a time. Cooking for just one is hard. Sometimes I just don't know what to fix. I apologize. The glare on I didn't close the blinds all the way thinking that it would give me some extra light, but I probably should have. So I'm going to be doing some cooking this weekend, along with some crafting. I'll take my stuff again downstairs and work down there. So, and don't you wish there was something here in New Bern where we could go in and order meals? I've tried several places, but they have so much salt in them. So that's what I do is I do, a regular batch and then I freeze a bunch of it. I do it with my meats and everything else because at least I know I'm not adding tons of salt. But I wish there was something, even if there was some place you could go. I know they had them in Maryland several years ago. You could go take a class and you would make all your meals and then you'd bring them home and you could freeze them. That I could go for too. That would be fun. It would be so much fun to have some place like that, get a group together and go and do it. So, yeah, maybe we need to suggest that to somebody who's a little bit younger and, loves to do that kind of stuff. Have some classes. Well, I asked yesterday on my post about the video this morning, the Facebook Live, whether they wanted Christmas or winter. And Anne, I think it was, responded winter. And Kim, my friend, she said both, but that's typical Kim. So I decided to do both. I wanted to show you how you can use things you have from the past couple of years. And some of these I went way back and I still have them, and compare it with the paper from this year. So, all right, I'm going to take one more sip and we're going to get started. And I'm going to start with my winter card. Now, I need you to close your eyes because I'm going to flip this down. And hopefully, I will let you know when you can look. Hopefully, I have this right and I don't need to rotate it. Oh no, it's upside down. So give me a minute. Don't open them yet because I've got to rotate it. And it's probably going to scream at me that it doesn't like to be rotated, but too bad. All right. Okay. All right. My camera is wrong way. My camera's on this end. Nope, I went the wrong way. All right. You can open your eyes. I'm still adjusting, getting it straight. I really wish I could zoom in, and I don't think I can. I'm going to go down. Oh. No, it won't let me zoom in. Once I start, it won't let me zoom in. So sorry, you're going to see all the mess off to the side, but nothing I can do about it. Maybe next time before I flip down, I'll try zooming in and see. How many of you remember Friesen Fun? I think that was probably 2 years ago. All-time favorite set. I loved it. I had so much fun playing with this set. So I decided to pair it with the snowflake paper from the Berry Christmas. This is going to be quick and easy, simple card. So I'm going to take and burnish my card base. Okay. Hey, Janice. All right. Now, so there's that. Now let me find my sketch. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put it here. And I like showing, I mean, we all have a ton of stuff. And I saved some of my favorites. All right, now I cut this, but I've got to cut it down. So give me a minute. I think that's like 5 1/4. I'll cut it real quick on my trimmer. Yes, that's got it. All right, I'm going to put this on, but I'm going to use my tear and tape because it's easy to use, and the backing on this is kind of slick, so I don't know if I gotta find my pokey tool. Here it is, hiding. I've got quite a bit going on, trying to do some design team commitments. All right. Now this is going to go on the bottom, and I'm going to overlap it slightly. So there's that. Now I'm going to, let's see, I'm thinking the little guy stamped down here. This is the one on skis, and my favorite sentiment in here was "'Tis the season to be freezin'." So I'm going to pull that out. I have my other cards ready. This one was the one I didn't have ready. So I've got to grab my navy ink. I'm going to stamp this guy in black. And I'm going to put him down here. And you know what? I have a snowflake right up there I can use on this card. Make sure you give it a few seconds to transfer before you pick it up. So let me get, let's see, I need my Night of Navy ink for my sentiment. And it's not here. Oh, because it's over here. It was one of the colors for our Vicky's and my next color challenge. Boy, did she pick a wild color challenge. So I didn't even test that. Oh, I'm so glad that was straight. I didn't test it like I normally do. All right, so there's that. Now, you can very easily stamp this and punch it out. I wanted to keep it simple. I'm going to take this. I'm going to color that. It's getting expensive to mail letters, so I'm always looking for, all right, come on. Let me find a scrap paper. Get this, there it goes. It wasn't started. Ways to make simple cards that you can mail and not spend a fortune. I gotta put my pin back in here because it was clogging up. And I'm gonna grab my tweezers to pick this up. And I'm gonna put that right there. And then I'm gonna put a block on top of it to make sure that those tips stay down. And we need to color him in, so let me get some markers. Let's see, let's give him, let's use crumb cake, and let's give him a red scarf for some interest. All right, and I have pulled in my Copics, and those are the colors that I'm using. Let me pull it up a little bit closer in case you have them. If you don't, and it's backwards, but it's E43 and R37. So E43 is going to be my skis. And I'm not going for any kind of shading. You can if you want. And then my R37, oops, wrong end, is for his scarf. And this is close to real red. All right. So, all right. So there's the first idea. Clean and simple, quick and easy. All right. Now, for the next one, I pulled in the, oh, what's that paper called? It's the one with the stars. It's the Oh Holy Night. I couldn't think of it, but it's Oh Holy Night. Thanks, Anne. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Janice. I don't know if I caught you or not. I don't think so. I don't remember. I was looking at another. No, I did say hello, but that's all right. You get a second one. All right, so I'm going to do this one on a Night of Navy card base. All right, and I see I've got a rough edge over here. No, I don't. I don't know what I was seeing. All right. And this, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine how long ago it was that we had this embossing folder. It's the stars, but it's thin. I had to really figure out the sandwich because I have this Big Shot and I have my plates taken apart, but I ended up using my platform #1, my cutting mat, a piece of chipboard that I'm saving. This is from the snowflakes, back of the snowflakes, and another plate on top to get it to work. I tried 2 plates, too thick, way too thick. All right, so with that, I'm going to put this on here. And, ooh, well, let's try it. I'll try and go where there's, normally I use my double-sided tape. But since I started with this, we'll see. Hopefully there's enough flat surface that's got glue on it that it'll stick. Oh, I do have a rough edge. No, maybe I don't. Ah, my eyes. All right, now this piece I did not cut down yet, so I've got to do this. This needs to be 5 1/4. And it is, I think it's 1 1/2. Yes, 1 1/2. It was a strip I had left, so I decided to use it. This I will put on with my double-sided tape because I know it's going to need it. Scenic paper is a real challenge to use. Several people have come out with videos or blog posts showing you different ways to use it. This one has some beautiful scenic paper. It would make great scrapbook pages if you scrapbook. All right, let me see. That way? No, it's going to go that way, and I think it should have gone. I think I cut it sideways, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to put it on this way and just give myself a little bit of border. Yep, my stars are sideways. Oh, well. Oh, and that's not on straight. Oh, my gosh. Come on. Let me lift it up. I haven't pressed down real hard, so hopefully I can get it up enough that I can straighten it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's that. This piece, and I'm gonna do this way. I did not put anything on the back of this. If you're worried about it collapsing or whatever, then cut some pieces. In fact, what size did I use? 2 1/2. Let me get my 2 1/2 inch. Actually, I'm going to get my 2 3/8 inch because it's a little smaller. And I'm going to get some scrap paper. And I'm going to cut out 3 of these. And this is the way you can add dimension for a larger image and not have to worry about yeah, Kim, I will. All right, so let me get my tweezers again. You are fine being late. It's one of those things. We all have stuff going on. I was late starting. All right, I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to put it on here. I had to stop and think. All right, this one is going to go behind it. So this will give me some dimension, but also some stability. All right, so it's a little bit thicker. I'm going to hold this up. Hopefully, let me see. You can see kind of how much it has. All right. And then this I'm just going to put on here flat. All right, so there's that. And I'm going to do this way because I want those stars at the top. I cut that out with a 2 1/2 inch circle punch, and the pieces that I use behind it are 2 3/8. And then how many of you remember the Bethlehem Edgelets dies? Goes with this set. I loved this set. I just thought it was made such pretty cards. Well, it goes great with this. So I used it to cut out Mary and Joseph. And I'm going to take Mary and Joseph, and I got a line going across there. I'm going to put Mary and Joseph up on dimensionals. All right. Put one there and one down here. I don't have sentiments on my cards today. You can very easily, the other one did. I'll have to see what sentiment's in there. So I'm going to put Mary and Joseph on here just like that. And if you want a sentiment, stamp it before you emboss it. Oh, this thing is backwards. All right, hold on. Close your eyes. I'm going to flip this and see if it's... No. All right. Hold on. Keep your eyes closed. I sure wished we had the other way that we could do this. All right. Okay, open your eyes. Dang, I did that other one. Well, that's what it looks like. And it's not backwards. You know, they say you can do things, but I haven't been able to get it to work out. I still got to play with it. So there's the second one. And if you have some of those gold stars, I have them over here. Give me a minute. Sometimes I get started with things and I come up with other ideas. So then I have to go get them. But these stars, and when you cut your paper, cut it so the stars go the right way. See, these stars are great for this. I don't know if I can get this off with this. Let me see. Oh, I did. I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to put it there. Just one gold star. And then again, if you want to stamp your sentiment, stamp it before you emboss it, and then you don't have to add an extra piece. So there's the Christmas card. Thanks, Janice. Thanks, Anne. Oh, thanks, Sharon. I'm looking at ideas for my Christmas class, Christmas card class. I have two done. I've got to come up with a third one. All right, I am again going to use those Bethlehem edgelets, and this time I used the 2 scenes of Jerusalem. All right, so I've got to get some pieces out. And I may use those stars again. I have to wait and see. I love those star ones. Does anybody know, are they back in stock? They were out of stock for a while. If they are, I want to order a bunch because I want to use those in my Christmas card class. All right. So there's the 2 of those. Now, I'm starting with a piece of Night of Navy. And to that, I'm adding a piece of white. Give me a minute. There it is. All right. And I did cut this down some. This is 3 3/4 by 5. I wanted it a little bit smaller, but I was afraid to go too small. So I'm going to add this. I'm going to put this on here. I wanted some more of the blue to show, so that's the reason why I went with smaller than normal. All right, so there's that. I went to that same paper that I used on the last one, but this time I'm going to use the back, and I'm going to put it on like so. I liked that light blue snowflake type paper. Stars, could be snowflakes, but I love this for a contrast. All right. Now, again, no sentiment, but what I'm going to do is this is going to go here, and this is going to go here. I may have to move it up some. All right, I'm going to put this down here because then I can put this here and I have space for sentiment. So let me put this down first. I'm going to use my glue. Any of you guys have this set, this bundle that you kept? I keep a lot of mine like this because I like them, and I know they come out with some very, very similar each year, but I can't see buying new stuff if I have. All right, I'm gonna put a block on the top of that while I put dimensionals on this. I can't see buying a new set if it's very similar to one I have. I just love some of these, and I can't part with them. And I know you all have that same feeling. All right, now, I have a lot of little spots. I don't think this will fit there. Oh, maybe just barely. Yeah, which means this one will fit here. All right, and I'll get a strip for here. But let me get one more for over here. All right, and I have a piece over here that I've already cut. Here it is. All right, so I can cut a little tiny piece off to put at the top. Save those pieces. Use every piece of your dimensionals. I save those little tiny pieces for things like this. This is this, where I've cut all the pieces off, and then I've cut it down. I've used that for one, and then I've cut pieces here for little tiny spots like this. So it's a great way to use up those strips and use every piece on your dimensional sheet. All right. Okay. I have that. Oh, I know. Do a search. You'd be surprised at the number of things people are selling. Now, I don't know what this one would sell for, but you could do the same thing with the new set if you have that. All right, so there's what we have, and I'm going to go to my stamp set. Nothing here that's small enough. Let me look at some of my other ones that I pulled out and see what I have. The new set has Oh Holy Night, which would be great, but I think the two current ones that I have, Brightest Glow. No, that Merry Christmas is too big. And the other one is Hope and Peace. Let's see if this one works. I think it's too big. Yep. That's too big. Well, but you know what I have? I have Hope and Peace that's on this. This is from Hope and Peace stamp set, which is current. It's in the online catalog. This has some great sentiments if you need someone. I'll set it there so you can see while I do this. And I'm going to use my navy marker to color just Hope and Peace. But this one was actually one that was from last year. Now, wish me luck here. I'm going to move that now. Hopefully you've gotten a good look at it. All right. Okay. Oh, but a little too high. And that came out and I didn't even see it. Let's see if I can use my sand eraser. Kim, she's sleeping. I brought her up. I took her out beforehand and then I brought her up and put her in her crate while I was getting ready and she fell asleep. She'll be getting up soon because she's going to want her lunch. All right, when you do this, take your time and you can sand off. And I change my direction. I wish they made, I don't know if the whiteout pens would work. A lot of times when you do that, it goes on too thick and you can see it. So I try to use my sand eraser. And if I can't get it, I'll just stamp it on a piece of white and put it over top. And I'm bending up my thing. And I'm not able to get it. So that's what I'll do. I'll fix that one. Now I want a star on this one. So I'm going to take another big one. And I'm going to put it right there. All right. So there's number 3. And like I said, I messed that up. I was chancing it, but I didn't see it on my block, so I must have hit it and didn't realize it. So there's number 3, number 2, and number 1. So a winter and 2 Christmas ideas. So, oh, thanks, Sharon. I might do this one for my Christmas card class because I can die cut those myself. I try, the way I do it, oh, thanks, Anne. Hey, we all make mistakes. I try to show you how to fix it. I try to do for my class, the way that is I design 3 cards and I do it in kits. So one kit is 6 cards, 2 of each, then 9, 3 of each, 12, 4 of each, and on up. And so I try to keep it fairly simple so that it's not too, the ladies aren't here all day making cards. Because some of them do the 6 cards and it takes them a while. Thanks, Kim. Sorry, I was getting a drink. So, some ideas for you of how to use new and old. I don't remember if I've done that one in the past or not. I also have to think about, when I do my cards, how to use my DSP, design, my pattern paper, in a way that I'm not buying like 5 packs to get these 2 pieces and this, because they're all from the same pack, and having, because you'd only use like 2 sheets, so you'd have the other 5 sheets left over. So I try to do that, and I know that last year I used the Lights Aglow, which was gorgeous paper, but I think I only used 3 sheets out of it. I had to order 4 packs of that, so I don't know if I still have a bunch of that left or not. Well, thanks, Sharon. I try to show you how to fix them. Sometimes if this was lighter, it would have worked, but it was kind of dark. And so consequently, I think I'm going to have to use another piece and put it on top, but I can pop it up, which will be good. It'll be almost the same size as that. All right, let me get ready. Flip this around and up. So close your eyes while I do this. All right, give me a minute. Well, it says it's ended, but I didn't end it. So hopefully it's not. If you're still here, say something. Okay, I've got it straight now. I've got to play with that more. I think it's the stand, the way the stand is. What I think I need to do is start it the other way and then take and flip it down and so that my screen is on the top, and then I can flip the cameras. So, oh, good, Sharon. Mine says on my computer, it says it's ended, but on my iPad, it's still going. I don't know. Maybe it had something to do with moving the camera. They don't like that kind of stuff. All right, ladies. Kim, sorry, she's still sleeping over there. She's gotten so big. Let me see if I can get her. Now, I say she's gotten big, but I was gone for a week, and I woke her up, and she's gotten taller. Not real tall. She's still not very big. See? If I hold her back, she's still not big. I don't know how much she weighs now. She was 4 pounds like 3 weeks ago, but we upped her food because she was constantly hungry. So anyway, I have her ready to go. She'll be ready for lunch in a little bit. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So she was so funny when I got back. Oh my gosh. She went crazy. She was running through the house, jumping all over. I'd pick her up. She'd lick me all over and was wiggling and everything. I had to put her down. But anyway, she's settled back into her normal routine with me. And so I was glad about that. All right, ladies. Oh, thanks, Anne. I'm going to get ready and go. I hope you have some fun plans this weekend. Like I said, I'm going to the grocery store and I'm going to make some soup or chili tonight. I think I might do, I think I'm going to do soup. I have a recipe for taco soup. I have a chicken tortilla soup, a taco soup, and chili. And I do the 3 of those. I do have one for a potato soup, but my daughter's so much better at it than I am. I think she uses the high fat stuff and I don't. So, but anyway, it's a potato and cheese soup. I'm going to get ready and go so I can feed her, and I'm going to go to the grocery store so I have my soup and I can get it started in my crock pot so it'll be ready for dinner. And then I'm going to play all afternoon and watch the college football games. I hope Maryland is on. I try to watch them if they're on. If not, I just kind of scroll through and find something that I like. You guys have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday night in the group, my customer group. And if not, I'll see you here next Saturday. I said I was doing YouTube Live on Wednesday. I forgot. I'm getting my crown put on, so I don't, it's right at the time that I would be doing the live. So I'm not going to be able to do the YouTube Live this week. So I will see you either Monday night or Saturday. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.